Finding compound interest on our Texas Instruments BAII Plus calculators. Now, as we go into our menu, our calculator is going to have two values. The first is %CH, and that is the interest rate divided by the number of compounding periods per year. If our problem says it's compounded annually, that's 1 time per year. Semi-annually is 2 times per year, quarterly is 4 times per year, and monthly is 12 times per year. So if I've got 8% compounded semi-annually, that means I'm going to take 8, divide by 2, which is 4. You'll notice I do not need to rewrite that percent as a decimal. This is something that's pre-programmed into the calculator, so the calculator will do it for me. If I have 6% compounded monthly, I'm going to take the %6, and monthly is 12 times, which is 1/2, 0.5. And finally, if I have 7.5 compounded quarterly, I take 7.5, quarterly is 4 times. As we'll see in a moment here, our calculator can do that computation as we go, in case we don't know that number. So that's the first value our calculator will ask us for. The second one is pound PD. This is the number of times it will compound. So we're going to take the number of years times the number of compounding periods. So if I've got 5 years compounded semi-annually, I'm going to take 5, and semi-annually is twice, so I get 10. 10 years compounded monthly, I take the years. Monthly means 12 times, so I get 120. And then 15 years compounded quarterly, I'm going to take 15 times 4, and I get 60. So those are values that we will have to find as we go through our problems. I'm going to scroll this down to our actual examples then to see what these look like. All right, so let's say I would like to take out a loan for $8,000, and it's at 9% compounded annually. So to access our compound formula on our calculator, I'm going to hit second and then the number 5. Above 5, you'll notice it looks like a triangle and then a percent. That just means compound interest for our calculator. The first value it's going to ask for is the old. That is the amount of this loan. So here, that's going to be 8,000, and I hit enter. You'll notice I've got that triangle appears. That means the calculator has saved that value. Now I'm going to go past new for the moment and go down to that %CH. So again, that is the interest rate divided by the number of compounding periods. So here, 9 divided by 1, which is 9. And again, I hit enter to save it. Let's go down one more to pound PD. So again, pound PD was the number of years times the number of compounding periods. So 3 times 1, which is 3. And once again, hit enter to save that. Now that I have all of those in there, let's go down and up until I get to new. So once I'm at new, I'm going to hit the compute button. Again, you'll notice I have that little star appears. That means my calculator has computed that value, and it is $10,000, 360 and then 23 cents. Do note this is the total amount of money, so this includes the interest and the $8,000 that I'm also paying back. So we sometimes call this the amount compounded, the amount due, the maturity value. There's a lot of terms that we can use for that. Let's do a second example. So now I've got $10,000 at 2.3% compounded semi-annually for 5 years. So let's hit second 5 to open my compound menu. So now my old is 10,000. Again, that's the amount that is going to be invested. And let's hit enter so the triangle appears. My computer saved that value. I go past new. The pound CH, that is the interest rate divided by compounded periods. So 2.3 divided by 2. Now if I don't know what that number is, I can compute it right as I go. So 2.3 divided by 2, I hit equals, and I get my result. Now I still need to hit enter, so that the little triangle appears, and my calculator saves that number. So again, you can do those computations as you go, in case you don't know that. Let's hit down again. Pound PD is the years times compounding periods, so 5 times 2, which is 10, and let's hit enter to save that. And then go down or up until you get to that new menu again, and when it says new, let's hit compute. And this time I get approximately $11,211 and about 37 cents. And again, that is the total amount of money, so the $10,000 that's been invested, as well as all the interest.